We begin this gathering by acknowledging the land on which we gather is the traditional territory of the Haudenosaunee and Anishinaabe peoples, many of whom continue to live and work here today. This territory is covered by the Upper Canada Treaties and is within the land protected by the Dish with One Spoon Wampum Agreement. Today, this gathering place is home to many First Nations, Métis, and Inuit peoples, and acknowledging reminds us that our great standard of living is directly related to the resources and friendship of Indigenous people.
Congratulations to our Eastdale graduating class of 2021. A very special one since this is our 60th anniversary of the school's opening in September 1961. What a crazy year this has been. Who would have thought that we would be in COVID protocol the entire year? Well, here we are. This is how most of our days started out, waiting in line to get into the building, or if you work from home, waiting to log on, hoping that your internet connection and device would work. You truly are a bunch of flexible, resilient graduates. We all thank you and commend you for your successes. Tonight is all about celebrating your accomplishments and looking back at the wonderful memories you've made here at Eastdale. Enjoy.
Silence! A message from the King! A message from the King! A message from the King!
Hello to the graduating class of 2021. To the class who will be saying, I did my last year of secondary school when the pandemic was changing the world. You are the class who is graduating in one of our history's most defining years. The class who had to adapt to a new way of school and life on a moment's notice. And you're also the class who will say, but I still got through it, and I graduated. This is a real achievement, one that even COVID-19 can't change. Recognize how much you have truly accomplished up until now. Your secondary school graduation doesn't just reflect this moment in your life, but it's a time to celebrate you. Every lesson you've learned since you were little, every issue or interest you've grown fiercely passionate about, every value you've come to live your life by, and every victory you've ever had, like doing well on a test, winning a game, or overcoming an obstacle. Today, we're celebrating you and what you have become. I can only imagine what a tough year you've had and how different it was from what you expected. And you are the class who spent their last year of secondary school in a pandemic, and you have learned powerful lessons that will stay with you forever. Maybe you've learned just how much you value spending time with the people you care about most. And in the years to come, they will always be a priority. Or you learned that when something felt impossible, you could and did find the solution. And even when the sharpest turn of events is thrown your way, you got through it. You've shown us strength and resilience. And one tough year later, you've shown yourselves that when it comes to your future, you can handle anything or be anyone. Some of you may be going to college, university, or doing apprenticeships. Some of you may have other plans or still figuring it out. But today, all of you should be proud. Congratulations to you, the unforgettable graduating class of 2021.
Good evening, Eastdale graduates, family, and friends. Thank you for joining us. Eagles, on behalf of the Eastdale school community, I congratulate you on your perseverance and for overcoming many obstacles so you could join us in this celebration. It is remarkable that you have been able to stay focused during this challenging time. All of you have been juggling multiple demands and have managed to engage in online learning in ways that none of us anticipated. I know you have missed opportunities to connect with your peers and teachers outside of class. I think it's evident that we've all taken for granted the extras, which are part of the very fabric of your school identity. You will forever be known as that graduating class who missed out on a traditional school year and graduation. The musical performances, theater productions, clubs, sports competitions, chess tournaments, skills challenges, dances, and spirit weeks are what makes high school such a special memory. The enthusiasm and energy you brought to this building every day is a big part of what makes Eastdale a great place to learn and work. Eastdale is a special place, you know this. We are like family. Eastdale is also turning 60 this fall, as Mr. Quebec mentioned, so consider 60-year-old Eastdale to be your grandparent who has supported you with unconditional love for the last 4 years. I hope that the time and effort that staff have made to prepare this video celebration for you illustrates how much we consider you family and value your future. The Greek philosopher Heraclitus said that the only constant is change. Look how far we've come since 500 BC. However, in some ways, we have not come far enough. The most poignant moments for me during this pandemic were witnessing inequity in our community and across the world. Some of you have experienced it personally. The call to action is now in all of our hands. As you continue your journey, do so by acknowledging, respecting, and supporting differences. Take the opportunity to find out more about what you have in common with someone, instead of focusing on what separates you. It is more important than ever to find your voice and learn to use it. Speak, express, and let yourself be heard, but also take the time to listen and to hear what other people are truly saying. Always be kind and try to live with an open heart and an open mind. To move forward, we must reflect on the positives that have come out of this experience. Remain hopeful and learn from the challenges. Overcoming challenges are how we learn and grow as human beings. You are now more than ready to take on unexpected obstacles that stand in your way. The resilience you have shown to this point will serve you well as you embark on your post-secondary plans and carve out your future. You have had the opportunity to take a pause, a deep breath, and to reflect upon what is important. Your goals may have changed a bit, and that's okay. If you are true to yourself, you can never go wrong. I am proud to be your principal and to be wishing you well for the future. And I am so proud of your learning journey here as an Eastdale Eagle. I hope you will keep in touch with us and let us know how you flew to new heights and continue to soar above us. Stay well. You've got this.
Adbi Al-Balul has been accepted to Brock University in the Social Science program. Phaedra Altoft. Phaedra's been accepted in the Social Service program. at Niagara College. Michaela Armstrong. Michaela will be returning to Eastdale next year to further her studies. Jack Bale. Jack will be returning to Eastdale next year to further his studies. Autumn Beauchamp. Next year, Autumn will be entering the world of work, then hoping to go to college soon after. Cassandra Belanger. Cassandra's been accepted to Niagara College for hairstyling. Quinn Bangert. Next year, Quinn will be returning to Eastdale to further his studies. Bianca Bisson. Bianca is currently attending Niagara College for pre-com services. Abigail Borg. Abigail's been accepted into college to become an esthetician. Tara Brown. Tara's been accepted into Trillium College in the Law and Security program with a focus on custom border services. Emily Butterworth. Emily will be returning to Eastdale next year to further her studies with hopes to apply to college the following year. Jordy Castillo. Jordy will be entering the world of work, then applying to college for pharmaceuticals or horticulture.
Amanda Connor. Amanda has spent 7 years at Eastdale and will be greatly missed by the SSTC staff.
Devin Coutu. He's been accepted into a pre-technology program at Niagara College. Michael Cowan. Michael will be returning to Eastdale next year to further his studies. Nicola Crandall. Nicola's been accepted to Niagara College for the dental hygiene program. Seth Kreitz. Seth will be entering the world of work next year. Raven Don. Raven has been accepted to Seneca College and will be entering the veterinarian assistant program. Caitlin Gerada. Caitlin will be entering the world of work.
Jacob Greenwald. Jacob has been with Eastdale for 7 years. We call him the Gentle Giant. He will be greatly missed by his peers and the staff at Eastdale. Josh Harris. Josh Harris will be returning to Eastdale next year to further his studies.
Hayden Hartley. Hayden is accepted an apprenticeship for HVAC. Samantha Holico. Samantha's been accepted to Niagara College in the Child and Youth Care program. Ashton Hussey. Ashton will be entering the world of work. Gabriel Irwin. Gabriel will be entering the world of work and is currently looking for an apprenticeship. Jace Jeffrey. Jace will be entering the world of work. Dakota Kennedy. Dakota has currently applied to the Grey Wolf Canadian Army program. Connor Kochney. Next year, Connor will be pursuing an electrical apprenticeship.
Connor is the recipient of the Principal's Award and the Rotary Club of Welland Medallion recipient.
Gage Lakatos. Next year, Gage will be returning to Eastdale to further his studies. Jesse Lamontagne. Jesse has been accepted to Niagara College in the welding technician program. Emma LeBlanc. Emma will be taking a year off and then pursuing university or college in the field of practical nursing.
Emma is a Rotary Club of Welland Medallion recipient.
Mason Langell. Mason has been with Eastdale for 7 years. His smile, his laughter will be greatly missed.
Gage Lodba. Gage has been accepted to Mohawk College in the Network Engineering and Security Analysis Co-op program. Darius Lawyer will be returning to Eastdale next year to further his studies. Owen Mayprews. Owen will be returning to Eastdale next year for 12B. Asher Mantha. Asher has been accepted to Niagara College in the Social Service Worker program. Catlina McManamy. will be returning to Eastdale next year to further her studies.
Alexander Medland. Next year, Alexander will be returning to Eastdale to further his studies. Noah Merling. Next year, Noah will be returning to Eastdale to further his studies. Connor Morden. Next year, Connor will be attending Niagara College in the Carpentry and Renovation Technician program.
Cheyenne Enemaker. Cheyenne will be returning to Eastdale next year to further her studies.
Rosie Parker. Next year, Rosie will be returning to Eastdale to further her studies.
Madison Pinter. Madison will be leaving Eastdale and going into the world of work. Good luck, Madison.
Owen Piper. Next year, Owen will be entering the world of work. Taya Plant. Next year, Taya will be entering the world of work. Haley Plant Phillips. Next year, Haley will be returning to Eastdale to further her studies. Corey Punch. Next year, Corey will be returning to Eastdale to further his studies. Willem Quist. Willem has been accepted to Queen's University for next year.
Willem is the recipient of the Lieutenant Governor's Award.
Lexi Ramsey. Lexi has been accepted to Niagara College in the Pre-Health Sciences pathway. Connor Reeves. Connor will be entering the world of work, then possibly college, in the Environmental Technician program. Samara Remersma. Samara has been accepted to Niagara College in the Practical Nursing program. Devin Rossi. Devin will be looking for an apprenticeship in welding next year. Walker Rossi. Next year, Walker will be returning to Eastdale to further his studies. Hannah Roost. Next year, Hannah will be entering the world of work and will be applying for college later on. Deanna Rutledge. Deanna has been accepted to Niagara College in the Culinary Management Co-op program. Sam Rutledge. Next year, Sam will be entering the world of work. Arya Sankarlal. Arya has been accepted to Niagara College in the Culinary Skills program. Richard Schaefer. Richard has been accepted to Niagara College for the Photonics program. Jordan Shope. Jordan has been accepted to the Bridge program at Niagara College. Caleb Shea. Next year, Caleb will be entering the world of work. Michael Spiro. Michael has entered the world of work. Andrew Spirinello. Andrew will be working next year, then applying to college for business. Isabel Stark-Pelisek. Isabel has been accepted to Brock University in the Art History program.
Sierra Sterling. Sierra has been at Eastdale for 7 years. Her laugh and her smile will be greatly missed.
Alan Summerfield. Next year, Alan will be entering the world of work. Dylan Tabor. Next year, Dylan will be returning to Eastdale to further his studies. Aaron Teeter. Next year, Aaron will be entering the world of work and applying to university in the future. Noah Trache. Next year, Noah will be entering the world of work and trying for an HVAC apprenticeship. Cassidy Trudgeon. Next year, Cassidy will be returning to Eastdale to further her studies. Olivia Valcourt. Next year, Olivia will be entering the world of work. Matthias Wellenreiter. Next year, Matthias will be entering the world of work. Tyra Weens. Next year, Tyra will be attending Niagara College in the Law Clerk Co-op program. Esteban Zhang. Next year, Esteban will be attending university in the Computer Science program.
Esteban is the recipient of the DSBN Excellence in Education Award and the Governor General's Academic Medal.
Good evening, family, friends, staff, teachers, and most importantly, my fellow graduates. My name, for those of you who don't know me, is Stephen Zhang, and I have had the honor of being chosen as the valedictorian for our graduating class. Who would have thought in grade 9 that I would be speaking with you today? But as we know, a lot has happened since grade 9. Our grade 9 year was like everybody else's grade 9 year. It was pretty scary moving from elementary school to high school, but we found friends pretty quickly. It wasn't like the movies where everybody was bullying each other. I remember Mr. Robinson's enthusiasm when he was throwing his bricks, looking forward to Freestyle Fridays with Calford, or learning how to use tools in Mr. Brandon's room, or just listening to Mr. Lingel's enthusiastic readings. We all settled in pretty quickly. We also started finding interests outside of the classroom, such as student council, or Halloween dances, or MOGA. For those of us who took music, we wound up on the stage for the winter and spring concerts and Wonderland. Some of us played volleyball, basketball, track, and badminton. Some people spent lunches playing chess, hanging out with their friends, or doing art, or just hanging out in the halls and eating in the cafeteria. It felt like a smooth sailing transition and introduction to high school. Things were going so smoothly, in fact, that grade 10 felt like just riding a bike. We still moved through the halls like a pack, but we were headed to new places. There was history class with Ventnor, there was careers with Ventnor, and there was civics class with Ventnor. I'm pretty sure Ventnor was pretty sick of us at that point. We did more assignments, we wrote more tests, more papers, and we knew that grade 11 and 12 would be just as much fun as grade 9 and 10. Grade 11 didn't start normally. If you remember, there was a work action, and we were missing out on a lot of stuff. But we knew that this would be short-lived, and we knew that we would return to normal very soon. And then, just before the March break, we were having a really chill day at school, and they announced that the break was going to be extended. All we thought was, oh, we're gonna get an extra week of break. Little did we know we had to work from home for the rest of our grade 11 year. That we would have to manage our time, work technology, feed ourselves, avoid getting distracted, hello YouTube, and juggle our work with jobs, and also try to find ways to have fun with friends and make time for our hobby. Some of us had to look after family members, help out in tremendous ways with our families, and even go through hardships that the rest of us can only imagine. I know that I had to help out with my family restaurant, and it was a lot harder because I had to balance school and work. We made it through online learning in grade 11, but in grade 12, things weren't normal either. Some of us were back in cohorts A and B, and some of us were just learning online completely. Seriously though, the schedule was a nightmare, and I didn't even know how to navigate or go through where any of my courses were. By the new year, it didn't matter where you were learning from, we were all learning online again anyway. Our teachers did their absolute best to make online learning as educational, as fun, as engaging as possible. They recorded songs for us, prepared lessons, held meetings, even more meetings, and even more meetings. And we appreciate how much our teachers actually cared for us throughout our high school years. But it was hard, and it was different. No other graduates before us, or hopefully after us, will have to spend this much time online learning. But even though we did it abnormally, we did it. We made it. And we learned a lot throughout our legendary high school journey. Some of us learned how to cook food for 200 people every day, and some of us learned how to calculate the volume of a sphere. Some of you learned how to change tires and brake pads. And some of us learned how to do chemical reactions. Some of you learned how to paint, sculpt, and draw, while others learned how to play the tuba. Then there's the COVID stuff. Like we all learned how to log into meetings, we all learned how to do self-assessments, and we also learned how to make excuses for being late in a meeting. But there's also many things at Eastdale that we will take for the rest of our lives. But there's also many things that we learned at Eastdale that we will take with us for the rest of our lives. Teamwork, hard work, respect for ourselves and others, the importance of diversity, and building memories with friends and peers. Now we're moving on from Eastdale. We are all doing different things. Some of us are going to college, some of us are going to work and apprenticeships, some of us are going to university, and some of us are coming back for 12B. These are all good things, and you should be excited about them. We will take the best parts of Eastdale, our memories, and what we've learned with us. Whatever we do, we will always be Eagle's 2021 graduating class, and that will always unite us. And that's true for every graduating class, but I feel like it's especially true for us and what we've gone through. I look forward to bumping into each and every one of you in some random Walmart, McDonald's, or wherever you are sometime in the future. After we've initiated conversation with, oh my God, do you remember how crazy COVID was? I know that we will spend lots of time catching up with one another. We've already proven this year that we know how to come back together after spending so much time apart. So I would like to say a few final words. To our teachers, thank you so much for caring about us, teaching us, guiding us, and helping us along the way. To the parents of my fellow graduates, thank you so much for raising such a wonderful group of kids. And thank you so much for putting up with our behavior, helping us with everything that we know. Thank you for being there when we all need it. To my fellow graduates, I congratulate you and I wish you the best of luck in any of your post-secondary options. We did it, and have a great summer.
I just need some place where I can lay my head.
Hey, mister, can you tell me where a man might find a bed?
He just grinned and shook my hand. No was all he said.
Take a look, take a look, take a look.
Looking for a place to hide, when I saw Carmen and the devil walking side by side.
I said, hey, Carmen, come on, let's go downtown.
Said I gotta go, but my friend can't stick around. Take a look, take a look, take a look. Put it around me.
Down this morning, there's nothing you can say. It's just old Luke and Luke's wake night judgment day.
Well, Luke, my friend, what about young Anna Lee?
Do me a favor, son. Won't you stay, keep me company? Oh,
Take a load off me. Take a load. Take a load off me. Put a load right on me. Crazy Chester followed me and he caught me in the fall. He said, I will fix your rack if you'll take Jack the dog. I said, well, wait a minute, Chester, you know, I'm a peaceful man. He said, that's okay, boy. I know you'll feed him when you can now. Take a load off me. Take a load. Take a load off me. Put the load right on me. Catch your cannonball, now take me on down the line.
Shame this is my last year.